So I'm heading into work, and I was just thinking, how would it be? So I work part time, and I really want to change. Like, I was thinking in the next few years. So my son is in high school, and I was thinking in the next few years, maybe I decide that I go back to like working full time, or maybe traveling as a surgical tech first assistant. And then I was just like, this little thought in the back of my head was like, no, we've been doing this for 20 years. We're done doing this full time. You can continue doing this for the next couple of years until Berlin get out of school. And then by that time, you should already have something in place that would show you some type of like elevation. Like, it's not like you just been doing the same thing for the last 20 years and we're going to continue doing this for the next 20 years. That just doesn't make me feel good to think that for 20 more years I'll be doing this. So instead of me looking at job applications and deciding on like, okay, do I go to another, like, instead of me building more on the career that I'm already in, because it really doesn't, long term, it's not a play for me, only because I'm getting older and I just want to spend my time doing other things. I don't necessarily want to spend hours and hours in a medical facility. Like, I really don't. Nobody medical facility. Like, I'm finna go to work, but this real part time. Like, I'll probably get off. It's 10:15 right now, 16. I'll get off around 4 maybe, because we got a mommy makeover to do. It take a little bit longer, and then tomorrow we'll just do a breast augmentation. So my hours at work are very like limited. It might be like between 5 and 6 hours at most, and 2 days a week. And I don't mind that, but I feel, and it's nothing wrong with my job. Like, I don't hate my job. It's not that at all. It's like, I like where I work. The people are, friendly. It's not a toxic environment or anything like that. The only problem I'm having with having a job in general is that I feel like there's no progression. I feel like I've been doing the same thing over and over and over again for the last like more than 20 years, because I've been working since I was 16, but I ended up going to the military. So I went to the military for 6 years, and then I got out, and I've been doing this job since then. Now, granted, I was a surgical tech, and I got my certification as a surgical tech and a surgical first assistant. And I know some people may or may not know what that is, but I have progressed as far as I can progress in my field without having to go back to school. And I'm okay with that. Like, I have no intention on going back to school. Like, I don't want to do that, because I feel like it's going to put me in the same predicament that I'm in now. If I go to school to be a nurse, because that would be, or a physician assistant, because that's the next progressive step in this field. I'm still going to be applying for jobs. I'm still going to be working on other people's schedule. I'm still going to be pulled to do things that I just don't feel is my like calling right now. I feel like I'm supposed to be able to teach people how to make money not only teach them, but I have to learn how to make money with these digital products or with this technology, because I feel like it's a really big resource, especially YouTube. Like, people really should be on YouTube, because it is one of the most profitable platforms, as well as it's a search engine. So people are actually searching for things on there, versus like an entertainment platform like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Those are more entertaining, but people go to YouTube to learn something. So if you could teach them something or share your story, then this is where we're sharing our story at. But for me, like, I'm 41, I'll be 42 this year, and it just does not feel right in my spirit, y'all, to be doing this for the next 20 something years. And it's not bad. It's not a bad position I'm in. It's not that. So I don't want people to be like, oh, how some people just hate their job, and they, like, it's not that at all. Especially at this facility, like where I'm working at now, it's not like that at all. But my personal growth, like my personal relationship with myself, is saying we can do more. There's more. And in order to get to the more, I have to do things that make, like, this is not all bad, but imagine if I could spend all my time focusing on the things that actually progress me forward, in the sense of like creating my own streams of income that don't have me relying on other like outside sources. Like, I don't want to have to depend on having a job to have income. Now, I'm not saying I don't mind working for myself. I'm saying that I don't necessarily want to be dependent on other people, like a job or, you know, anything like that, because that's what I've been doing. And the only thing that does is gonna keep putting me in this rat race of doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like, I caught myself looking at applications for what? And in my head, what I was thinking, honestly, y'all, what I was thinking was that, let me see what's going on in the market, in my industry right now, so that in the next couple of years, when Braylon, my son, decides that he might want to go to college, you know, he's going to college, but I don't know if he wants to, like, live there. Like, we've been discussing that. He still has, he's a sophomore in high school, so he still has a little more time, but we've been talking about that. So I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, well, if he's gonna go off, then I can go and do my own thing, you know what I'm saying? But what does that really look like? So my default, y'all, because this is what I've been doing for so long, my default was to go look for jobs, to see what people are looking for, and to decide if I should, you know, continue my experience, like getting another job, because I can get another part-time job and not quit, or another PRN job and keep my job that I'm at. But what does that really build for me is what I was asking myself. Like, what does that really do for me? Does that make me feel, you know, empowered, because I can go into the operating room and sew people up and help do, you know, things and touch my, like, that's cool and all, especially in like certain hospital settings where you're actually helping people, you know, especially if they're sick. But that energy, when you're working with a lot of sick people, like, that's sad to me. And so that doesn't make me feel like I'm helping my, like, people. It don't feel like that. So I feel like in order for me to help people, I got to be able to help myself first, and I got to be able to create multiple streams of income with the technology that's available to us, with the resources that's available to us, because I feel like that's in my soul, y'all. I feel it so strong that it's an opportunity that we have right now with all this technology. And if we don't capitalize on it, if we don't, like, use it, then it's almost like a slap in the face to all the people that came before us and that really suffer and struggle, and they didn't have these opportunities. So anyways, y'all, that's all I got. I was just thinking that's how I was feeling coming into work. What y'all be thinking? Like, when y'all go to work, like, how y'all be feeling? Do y'all be feeling motivated? And it's not, like I said, my job is not like, this finna be okay. This not no bad situation. I'm finna be in here, we gonna laugh, we gonna joke. You know, it's not finna be a situation where somebody's finna be like hovering over me and stuff like that and nitpicking. It's not that at all. But at the end of the day, if we're about self-growth and self-development, then I cannot spend the next 20 years doing this, y'all. Like, it just doesn't seem smart. Like, what? I don't know. I gotta be able to do something else. Like, come on. I'll see y'all later. Bye.